Hey guys, welcome to CS Tutorials. In this video, we will cover how to import or export data to CSV files using PowerShell. So let's start. We have two important commandlets, import CSV and export CSV in PowerShell, which are widely used while working with CSV files. Before moving to PowerShell commandlets, let's take a look at CSV file. So we have this file email.csv which we are gonna use for import data in our PowerShell. So CSV stands for comma separated values. It contains list of data separated by comma. So first row will act as a header and further rows will act as a data. These files often used for exchanging data between different applications. For example, contact managers often support CSV file. You can use Notepad, Excel or Notepad++ just like me to open these kind of files. Now let's move to our PowerShell. So first of all, we will see how we can read data from CSV file, or you can say how to import data from CSV. For that, we have command import CSV. After that, we'll pass the file name. As I'm already in CS tutorials folder where this file is present, that's why I am passing only file name. Otherwise, we have to provide file name along with complete path. So let's execute this script and see what's the output. So it returned us all the records from CSV file along with header. As I mentioned earlier, first row will act as a header and further rows will act as a data. You can also use import CSV command to read data from CSV file, and you can store imported data into some variable just like this. Now if I'll execute this, now our imported data variable will contains the data from CSV file like this. You can also access any particular data by passing its index like this. Suppose your CSV file has a lot of data with number of columns like hundreds of column, and you need only 2 or 3 of them for your purpose. For that, what you can do, you can filter out data using just pipeline the output of import CSV to select object, and pass some header name which you want to import. So this way you can fetch or read only the desired column. So this way you can read data from CSV file. Now let's see how we can export data to CSV file. First of all, I'll use get process command to get all the processes running on this system, and actually I don't want to get lot of data, so I'll pass on one parameter here to filter out processes, and after that I'll export the output of our get process to one CSV file. I'll provide the file name where I want to store the output of get process. Let's execute this command. So command is executed without any error. So let's see what's the output in our process CSV file. So as you can see, all the processes whose name contains note filtered out and exported to process CSV file. Have you noticed this hashtag type string? This indicates the type of object we got from getProcess command. To remove this string, what you can do, you can pass on one parameter here, which is no type information. With this, that parameter, type of that object output will be removed from the CSV file. Just like as we have filtered out data while reading content from CSV file, we can filter out columns which we want to store in our CSV file. So I want to store only ID and process name. So now if I'll execute this command and see the output, only two columns are stored in CSV file, ID and process name. By default, every time you execute export command, it will overwrite the content of existing file. If you want to append content to existing data, you have to use append parameter along with export CSV. So when I executed this command with append parameter, see the output. This time content is not overwritten, but it is appended to the existing file. Now if I'll remove this column name and try to execute this command, I'll get one error. You cannot append CSV content to following file because it appended object doesn't have value for this column process name. To continue with mismatch property, add force parameter. Means if you are appending data to existing file and your columns are mismatched, means you are trying to append data with different columns, you have to use force parameter. Now if I'll execute this command and see the output, only ID is appended to CSV file. So in this tutorial, we have covered import CSV to read data from CSV file. Second, export CSV to write data to CSV file along with three parameters: no type information, append, and last, force. That's all for now. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video. For more videos like this, please subscribe our channel, and for new video updates, press the bell icon.